Well, hello and welcome back to Off the Tracks. I'm Lee, and today it's time for another installment of Ride It, Pie It, or Top 5 It. And of course, I'm joined by CoasterDan.
Thank you, and welcome to Ride It, Pie It, and Top 5 It with this lovely series. We pretty much rank a ride or a coaster, whatever we want to rank, in a three-tier system. For example, riding it means it's a good ride, it's okay, yeah, queue no more than 5 minutes, maybe 10, at a push. Obviously, pieing it means absolutely hell no. Even if someone's dragging me on it, I will be kicking and fighting and saying, no, I do not want to ride this thing at all. And not getting that top 5 in it, which means absolutely incredible. It is up there with the legends. So, Lee, what ride have we decided to review today?
Well, today it's one of my favourite coasters. I absolutely love this one. It is Galactica over at Alton Towers.
Wow, Galactica. This is obviously from you lovely people. Thank you so much for sending in your votes, obviously, for being Galactica want us to review. Oh my God, yes. That sounded, yeah.
We understood, Danny. I think you pulled it off.
I'm knackered. Yeah.
Yeah, Galactica though, formerly Air. You know, a lot of people still kind of call it Air. And,
I still call it Air.
Yeah, I think the fact that the VR's gone now, obviously, for anybody who doesn't know, it became Galactica, added the VR, and a little portal and a few other things. That was pretty much it. And the VR lasted, 2 or 3 seasons max?
Yeah.
So we should call it Air again, I think.
Yeah, it has no Galactica purpose at all in this whole thing.
But what a ride. I mean, just to jump into some facts, it is actually the first ever B&M flyer, which I think you've got to give a little bit of kudos to it for that, haven't you? B&M and John Wardley, the legend that is, worked together on a prototype, essentially, and that's what we got in Galactica. Yeah,
now, I was lucky enough to operate Air back in the days. Very hard ride to operate. But yeah, I think it's an okay ride, to be fair. Like you said, it opened 2002 as Air, and I'm so glad that they got rid of the VR, because let's be honest, the throughputs on this thing is already bad, but when it had VR, wow, it was worse, really bad.
I think with the dual station, that they already sort of preempted the fact that it's going to be a slower ride to load. You know, there's so much more to check. You got the harness, the feet, little encasing and things like that. So by adding VR, it was just sort of slowing down an already really slow ride, wasn't it? It just added fire to it. So, yeah, thank God they got rid of that. This season, it's been on one station a lot on the midweek days. So I'm hoping we see a little bit more sort of time and effort put into Galactica at Alton, because when it's flying, it's great, you know, but...
Oh, yeah. But, yeah.
But as soon as they shut a station or something, it just takes so long to get on it. Yeah,
it goes downhill.
So long.
So obviously, when you're coming into Forbidden Valley, you see the Nemesis on the left-hand side, and you can just see that the left hill going up to on Galactica. I actually think, in looking off-ride, this thing is incredible. Doesn't look too quick, and it doesn't need to be, and that's not what its purpose is for with Galactica. It's not a thrilling, take me to the moon 100 miles an hour kind of ride. Nothing like that. It was never put in the paperwork for that ride. It's a nice, gentle ride. However, there is some intense bits in it, Lee. For example, when you're on your back. Now, straight away, I don't know if you're the same, but straight away, I'm checking for my phone, my wallet, as we're spinning back onto our bellies again. I'm literally like...
My phone's actually flown out on that bit. Yeah, early days. Yeah, I lost the phone there. But there's also, there's a couple of different bits that are intense, you know, especially like the last sort of turn before the photo section. That's quite intense as you go down. And I think if you're on the back, the first drop as well really whips you down through what is now the portal. I rate it. I really rate the ride. It gets some stick.
It does.
For being a little bit of a, like you say, more gentler ride, but I couldn't agree less. If you get the right spot and you enjoy it, get your hands out like Superman.
Now, the queue line itself is absolutely dog shit. I hate the queue line. I think it's just... Yeah, you know, it's nothing to it. And especially now they've opened up the extended queue line at the top. It's horrendous because there's certain incline bits where you're like, friggin' hell, and decline, and you just think, this is madness, this is really, really dangerous. But then you get heading towards the station, and it's just like a big, giant metal shell.
Metal box, yeah. There's not a great deal. There's like one little piece of theming, if you look over near where the second operator stands at the back of the train. It's like a bit of a rock And
yes, there is. Yeah,
it is. I think for me, the ride, although it was 12 million, I think.
Yeah.
That sort of like, it was 2002. Inflation will erode that, and I think they did put a lot of money into the inner workings. They had to build brand new trains. They had to work with B&M on a prototype eventually. So yeah, I feel like a lot of the budget went into the ride rather than the theming, from what I can see.
Yeah, and I think you're right by saying that. So obviously you're in the station itself. Like we said, it's not that great, but the ride itself. So obviously you're seated in and you're ready to go. You get the dispatch, and then you heading towards the tunnel where you have like crash mats. I'm like, what crash mats for you? That tunnel is absolutely dire.
Yeah.
Come on.
I did actually hear an interview with John Wardley, and he said that was another part of the budget cut. That tunnel was meant to be fully themed, and that was going to be kind of your gateway out into the flight. And
right, okay.
It's nothing, is it? It's just nothing. But
it
is what it is. For me, I take it on what it is. It's just a good coaster. Like even for me as well, the prestige of it being the first B&M flyer, I think that helps it. It ranks it up a little bit more.
How do you feel, Lee, about the famous tent? What's outside the portal bit of that lift?
It ruins every ride shot, doesn't it? Like you're going for a gorgeous ride shot through the portal, and there's just a big purple tent there. You're like, ah. But I mean, I love exiting through that way. So if that means I can exit at the back of the park, so be it, man. So be it. Like, because have you ever had your last ride in, say, Forbidden Valley and walked all the way to the exit? And, oh my God, it's horrendous. So yeah, that back exit, keep the purple tent if that's what it means.
But yeah, Galactica, do you think it could have been better? Do you reckon they could have extended it more to the car park? Do you reckon?
I know what you mean. I think any coaster could be better. I think, like especially like Nemesis is one thing I've always said is if it was just that little bit longer, it'd really knock yourself. I mean, I love Nemesis; it's fantastic. But same with Galactica. I mean, yeah, if you could, that'd be amazing. But I think again, just I love the ride for what it is. I think that prestige of it being that sort of prototype, I'm just like, we'll let Galactica be. So I'm happy with it. The
only thing before we actually rank this is the restraints. I'm not too happy with the restraints, especially now because they've still got the VR packs here. Get rid of him. I don't understand why they're not getting rid of him. I don't know.
And you can actually open them. I opened one of them. And
did you?
Fully had a headset in it.
No.
Like, full headset, yeah. So I'm like, get rid of the headsets.
Get rid of it. Please do. Please do. So, Lee, I think it's time that we rank this sucker. Right. Yeah. So, Lee, is it going to be a ride it, pie it, or top 5 it?
For me, given what I've said with its heritage, its prestige, and I think it's a really fun, unique coaster to ride, especially in the UK, where you're going to ride a B&M Flyer, sort of anywhere near here. So, if you go into Alton Towers, for me, it's a top 5 ride.
Wow.
You've got to get on there. Definitely. Love Galactica. I know a lot of people will be saying, oh, it's this, it's that. It's a B&M Flyer. It's a great ride. Top 5.
Wow. I don't know what to rank it, Lee. I really don't. I'm torn. I really am torn. I'm gonna have to say I'm going to ride it. Right, but it's up there. I can see where you're coming from. It's the first ever kind, but there's other better flying coasters out there.
Yeah, I get you.
And I just think we could have pushed the envelope just that little bit more with it. But like you say, it was back in the days 2002. So yeah, I'm gonna ride it. I feel really bad now because now I'm thinking, should I really top 5? No. Stick to my guns.
Stick to your guns.
Yeah, I'm gonna ride it. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Why don't you let us know what your thoughts are? Make sure you do comment below. Would you ride it, pie it, or top 5 it? Also, we are reaching up to 1,000 subscribers. We are giving away a PlayStation 5 and an Xbox Series X. So make sure you do subscribe. And if you like this video, make sure you give it a like. It helps out in the YouTube algorithm. So I'm Dan.
And I am Lee.
And thank you for watching. And as always, happy riding. See you soon. Bye-bye. I feel like everyone's doing the can around the fucking queue lines, mate. It's ridiculous, mate. Holding hands. Singing Kumbaya.
No, it's the conga, innit? Everyone's congering around.
What did I say?
Can. I don't think anyone's everyone's like,
he's kicking Danny. That's a different
You know what I'm like. I always get things wrong.